I said a draw. I'm not going to change my score prediction. I mean, look, you should be able to change a prediction based on when the team comes in and it's an absolute bloody shambles. But to be honest with you, live by the sword, die by the sword. I'm going to stick with a draw. I don't think it will be a draw, but I'll stick with that. There we go. Brian says, will you still respect Ten Hag after the sack? Says Brian. I'll respect Ten Hag up to the FA Cup final when he won it. But since then, look, I'll always say what I think. Since that FA Cup final, I think because they didn't back him, he's sabotaged his own career. I just don't understand it. That lineup is disrespectful, says Parker. Even with our best... Yeah, we've done that from Chiri as well. Even with our best lineup, it would be a difficult game. What do you think about Rashford being subbed against Porto, says Cocaine Abuser. Look, I would have started Rashford today. Marcus Rashford up against Matty Cash at his best should be able to, you know, put in a performance today. Look, if Rashford scores today, if Bruno scores today, I will celebrate it the same way I celebrated Maguire. Well, maybe not the same. That was a last-minute equaliser, but you know what I mean. Have you seen the Sky Sports piece with Maguire and Evans? Oh, mate, the British media, they'll have got through 2 boxes of bloody tissues already. They'll be absolutely covered in the stuff. They'll be loving it because they don't care about Man United. They just care about, oh, we've got British players playing for Man United. Box of tissues, get yourself down to Aldi. What film did you end up watching last night, Mark, says Oz? Black Sea with Jude Law. Now I'm going to watch Titanic with Eric Ten Hag as the captain. Rasmus says Tiggy. Rohan says, this is a laughable team selection. Look, what I want to say is the game is about to start here. I'm not one of those people that wants Man United to lose. I'll never understand that. So, I want us to win. But if we do win, if we win and he survives, which I don't think is going to happen, we then play Brentford with exactly the same team. That team's going to get beat at some point. Otherwise, what we've seen over the last few years makes absolutely no sense. So we will lose at some point because he's using a team that's got absolutely no future in it. So anyway, we're about to start here. Let's just see what turns up. Bruno kicks it off and away we go. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, everybody. I can tell you that subscriber count is completely wrong. And we're actually only 700 away from 950,000 because we're on 949 at the moment. So I need to change that when I get a minute. But the game has kicked off here. Let's have a look how Man United perform. High press from the start. Look, you know what? There's nothing like feeling absolutely gutted and then getting some good news. So maybe a miracle can happen. I bloody love it. I'd absolutely love it. There's, you know, but we're not always right. But even if we win this game, there'd still be a massive part of me thinking, is that what Ten Hag really wanted? Or is he deep down going, what the fuck have they just done? We don't know. We don't know. I'm ready for 5-0 win for Villa, says George. And Mushroom, welcome to Members Club. Thank you very much for getting your badge in. Hello, Lulu. He's picked a team that he thinks can win. Play styles and stuff can come after, says JDev. If we lose, where will we be in the table? I think we stay in the same place, Trucker. We should have signed Vinny, says Cameron Smith. I don't think that was ever on. Currently ill. Thanks for keeping me entertained, says MXT. Oh, just... Sorry, very, very selfish of me. Our producer Ryan and Beth, who were both in Porto, are really ill at the moment. So if we could get some support for them... They've both got a sickness bug, which they may or may not have got on the plane back. Although, apparently, there's a lot of people with the sickness bug in Manchester at the moment. So there's a lot of sickness going round. So if you are somebody yourself that's ill, let's get a shout out for Beth and Ryan anyway. But and hopefully they'll be better soon. But there's a lot. I mean, I've not felt great the last few days, but I haven't been throwing up. So you know, small mercies. But yep. So I mean, imagine how Beth feels. You know, she's feeling absolutely shit, and then she sees that lineup. Can we get her safe and well? What the fuck is Eric Ten Hag doing? Evans and Maguire is trying to get the sack, says Mike David. And even if United win today, the next match will still be a must-win. So why would people think Ten Hag only leaves if he loses today, says Zach. Yeah, I think that's part of my thing is even if you get the win today, do you turn up against Brentford? You know, Rashford's given a foul the way there. Do you think United could finish in the top 4 with Emery, says Rishaf. Mate, I think these players fold more than a bloody busy beach full of deck chairs. So I don't think it's just about the manager. Who's he booked? Who's this fucking ref? Who is this ref? Oh my God, I forgot about this. Who is this ref? Fucking idiot. First tackle in a yellow. I mean, these idiots belong in a fucking zoo. Oh, look, maybe it is a yellow card tackle, but come on, there is something called let the game flow for the first 5 minutes unless you really can't. What a knobhead. And guess who it is who gets booked? Christian Eriksen, who's got no legs anyway. Is Rashford with a bit of space down the left-hand side. Look for the pass. Look for the pass. He's going to shoot. Good shot. Straight at the keeper. Cleared away. I tell you what, it looks lively, Rashford. I thought that against Porto, they were quite naive the way they let him. I mean, there's nothing different about Rashford here. What happens is Matty Cash is out of the game, so they can't double up on him. So he's actually, what he does is spot on. He takes on the defender and gets his shot off because they can't double up on him because he's won the ball from Matty Cash. So, you know, there's nothing new about Rashford there. He's capable of doing that, but it comes because he wins the ball back and takes Matty Cash out of the game. Ordinarily, he gets doubled up on and he can't do it. Hi, Mark. Love your content, but up the Villa, says Daniel. Southend has more chance of winning you, Bloody Pratt, says Bloody Pratt. Stonesbury, thanks for being a member. Luke says, can you respond to my super chat? I can't, Luke. No, sorry, it's match day. I'll try and find it in a bit, but it's match day, mate, so it's hectic. Good morning. I'm in Vegas. Let's go, says Shatter. It almost seems like Ten Hag is just keeping up the status quo, rotating as you do. Not having self-awareness or belief, says TB. This game is very, very spacious around it. I'm just going to say this straight away. Maguire and Evans look very exposed. There's a lot of space around them, which I'm not very comfortable with. But I suppose, look, my interpretation was that we were going to play a little bit more compact. But when you've got Eriksen and Mainu in your midfield, you're not really just going to sit in ahead. Ten Hag just admitted on Sky that the changes are purely rotation and that the players he's picked are in response to the opposition. Caleb says all the big dogs like Sir Jim and Dan Ashworth are in attendance. This is a funeral. Blake says maybe he's trying to show the board that the players they want him to rely on and build the team around aren't good enough. Trying to show that it's not all about what the board thinks. Yeah, but you're sacking yourself doing that. Liam Ladd, welcome to the members club. I mean, some people always think that. And Red Army says he's benched Martinez and De Ligt to disgrace them for how awful they've been. Should have benched a long time ago. They've sacked him. Yeah, Red Army is also known as a Harry Maguire family member because he just basically just does Harry Maguire propaganda. What about Harry Maguire against Brighton, costing us the game there then? Loads of players have made mistakes, mate. Let's not pin it on 2 foreign players because it fits your agenda. Ten Hag was smiling like crazy before the game. Looks like a man that knows his choices are dubious at best. He's a guy who's about to be £17 million richer as well. Luke said, could this be like when Ollie got the sack and he just said, who wants to play? Well, here we go. Into Watkins. Maguire needs to get tighter. Evans needs to get tighter. Morgan Rogers, I thought he'd scored. Fucking hell. Talk about slow defenders. Not tight enough on what? I mean, this is shit. Midfield played through again. Watkins with time on the edge of the box. Rogers with time on the box. It's so fucking slow, mate. That defending is absolute shite because they're slow. What a surprise. Evans and Maguire are fucking slow. One pass through the midfield and you're at two slow defenders. You can't... They wouldn't get a sniff against Arsenal. Good ball by Bruno. He ain't going to keep that in. No. No way. No way. Spot on says Ten Hag is showing the next manager what work they've got to do. Will it affect FFP, says Sarah. Yes, it will. Did Seb advise Ten Hag today? 4-0 Villa. Watkins will score, says Fleetwood Zach. Ali Khan, welcome to the Members Club. Hi, Mark. It's a pity seeing this lineup. This manager always gets it wrong, says Kenny. Okay, right. That's it for now. Yeah, you've got to get tighter than that. You have got to get tighter than that. Welcome to the Members Club, Josh. We're lucky Anana isn't playing for them, says Elvin. No conspiracy theory, but I've seen Warnock on Salford Precinct before, says Stephen. Harsh, welcome to Members Club. Cons has gone down injured here. Is he injured? There is a reason that United Stand has a huge following. Always realistic but balanced. The original and best. Love your work, says Tom. Thank you very much, Tom. Hi, Mark. Love your content. Up the Villa, says Daniel. We did that one, didn't we? So we've got a player down here for Villa. Is it all playing into Ten Hag's hands? Thanks everyone who's tuning in on TikTok as well. Dejo says, I've bet on Villa. So happy for Evans and Maguire to start. Chico says, you're nothing compared to AFTV. Well, I don't want to be compared to AFTV, mate. They're an Arsenal fan channel. And I think since they got good, they fell off as well, didn't they? But let's not make it about that. And what top is that, says Rocker. It's one of the ones we sell on United Stand Shopify. If you want to get it, we ship it worldwide. So they are going to have to make a substitution here to one of their centre-backs. I presume Anana must be injured for them as well. Because he's not even on the bench. Had a very, very good start to his Aston Villa career. Okay, I've just changed that to 949 because we're very close to 950,000. And then it gets exciting because then we're on the road to 2 million. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Player is still down. I'm sure every other United fan feels the same. I feel like I've played this game already. The stress and torment of the starting lineup has exhausted me already. Leonada, thanks for giving us a follow on TikTok and Tottenham as well. Just joining you, says JE. So sorry if you've covered it already, but what is this team selection? No, we've not spoken about the team, actually. This will be a new... No, I'm joking. Does Ten Hag want to win? If they sack him, can they also sack whoever designed this kit they're wearing today, says JE. De Gea still doing the business in Serie A, says Frank C. Don't forget Van Gaal advised him against taking the job, says Sebastian. Hag cried all last season that he couldn't play the same back four, and now he changes them after 6 games. Great point, Marcos. Great point. Has your prediction changed, says Lumen, with the team? No, I'm still going to stick with a 1-1. Yeah. Have you seen that birthday tweet about you that was blowing up yesterday? I find it a little funny, if anything, says Carl. I haven't seen it, Carl, no. I'd need to know more. I don't spend a lot of time on social media, really. I just tend to post and then get out. So... loving the content, says Bounty Hunter. Maybe United should sign Jackie Stewart and at least put seatbelts up for the seats at the stadium, to say. Well, United got a bit of the ball here with Mainu out to Rashford. Not using the right-hand side at all again. by the way, from a tactical observation. Everything going down the left. Nothing going down the right. Finally get the ball to Garnacho. It's a bloody graveyard shift up front. It's a bloody graveyard shift on the right. Everything goes down the left. I thought Matty Cash was injured there, but he's just doing up his laces. To be honest, tactically I should have picked up on this myself. We're going to see the long diagonal to Rashford about 1 million times from Maguire as well. So, yeah, get ready for that. He's offside. Garnacho's offside there. Wouldn't even bother running. Oh, no, he's not offside. Played on. Do you think that Ten Hag gets sacked if we lose? Says, yeah. And I'm a Brighton supporter through and through, but I watch your videos weekly because it's non-stop entertainment. You've given me and the missus plenty of laughs and content that we look forward to. Says, hey, sorry. Thank you very much for that, mate. Throw into United. I'm in a mess. I was broken after Spurs. We got some solace against Porto with the late equaliser. I feel sick about this team. And obviously we've got the big overarching stuff as well. One thing I would say is that apart from that shot from Rodgers, we do look... Villa haven't started like I might have feared they would have started. It's very scrappy, you know. I don't want to use the word comfortable, but as well, how United can play, I'd say we look very comfortable because Villa have not started that well. Maybe that's because they've had to change their midfield. I don't know. Hi, Mark. You might have already mentioned this before, but how come you're standing up now instead of sitting down, says LGM Gaming? Because I've got a stand-up desk. Loads of people had said to me for ages, get a stand-up desk. And I will be sat down at different areas of the game, but to be honest with you, watching a game, I feel more comfortable standing up. It's like if you go to a match, lots of people like to stand up, which is why, you know, safe standing coming back is such a good thing. If you're in the pub, I'd stand up. I wouldn't sit down. So, not that long diagonals should be the way forward, but what you can't do it to the right with no left-footed centre-back, says Niall. Very good point. Darius, it's his 18th birthday today on my first super chat. Thank you for the shout out. Darius, happy birthday. I hope you have a good day. Harry Maguire's on the left wing at the moment and is now out of position. So well won back by Johnny Evans. Thank you very much for that. Happy birthday, Darius. We've done. I'm just looking at the Villa bench. Bogard, Bendia, Duran, obviously, Maatsen. They look... They've got no McGinn then. They've got no Ramsey. And they've got no Onana. And obviously, Cons has gone off injured. So, bench-wise, Rasmus gets knocked off the ball there. I mean, we've actually started off quite well. Is it time to hope? Thanks for the follow, CG, on TikTok. Thank you very much, Harry, as well. Harry Makin. Look, don't get... You know what? I felt ill when I saw the team. I felt like it was over. Don't start getting my hopes up that we might win. Maguire. Bruno just boots it back to Onana. Yeah, careful what you wish for. You might end up with Southgate. Look at the midfield, though. Look, I watch a game of football and I go, if Villa win the ball back, look at the space in the midfield. Where is the fucking midfield? There isn't one. Oh, surprise, surprise, Deleu's in the midfield. Now, there, that's better. That's a better shape. Mainu and Deleu. Mainu and Ericsson. I get what Ten Hag tries to do, by the way. People criticise Deleu in the midfield and the midfield that gets broken through. You'll see Johnny Evans at left back. I get what he's trying to do, and it's actually cleverer than just playing a back six and counter-attacking. There is a lot of stuff going off the ball. The problem is, if you can't keep the ball, you get massively exposed. It is quite clever what he tries to do. Arteta does the same, Pep does the same, but have we got the players to do it? Green, green grass. Blue, blue sky. That's what Ten Hag's doing on the side. £17 million in the bank. You better play a party on the day, da-da-da. Green, green grass. Maguire at the back. 17 million. And I'll get the sack. Yes, he's loving it. He's loving it. He is very happy, Ten Hag. I don't know why. Need top four. We can do it. We do. Team need confidence, says Jermaine. Hi, Mark. The midfield won't work. Ten Hag in, but he needs to get more backing in January. Ryan, you're taking a piss. There's a Ten Hag body double on the sideline behind the corner flag, says Colin. A hypothetical here, says Big John. How many times would it take United to get relegated before you start supporting City? I'll never support City, Big John. That won't ever happen. I'd support United in the bloody Scottish Highlands League. You don't change your team. Good defensive shape here, but Mainu's taken out of the game by Bailey. Don't just let him shoot. Fucking hell. It's not Bailey, it's Philogene, actually. No, yeah, good play. I haven't seen much of this lad at all. Got to say, not seen much of him at all. So, they got him from Chelsea, didn't they? You got to close him down, mate. You've got to close him down. You can't just let people have a shot like that. Could be worse than Southgate or Potter. Could be Southgate and Potter. Till now, it looks somewhat good, says Florian. What's the deal with Ugarte? He can't be that bad, says La Familia. Tech mate, welcome to Members Club. It's my 24th birthday, says Ankit. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm not going to read out. Pass accuracy is at 74%. No, it's not. It's at 82%. That's what the stats are there for. Johnny, thanks for the follow on TikTok. Well, we've had 20 minutes and it's 0-0. I think Ten Hag needs another 5-year contract, says Private. Look, at the moment, so far so good. I mean, we haven't had a sniff at a goal, really. But neither have they. Side netting from Rodgers, long shot from Philogene. We had that shot from Rashford, of course. It's a foul. Book him, then. Book him. Oh, no. We're just booking United players, are we? Prick. Why is that not a booking, then? No, it's not a booking, to be fair. There's hardly anything in it. I thought he tripped him up, but well, he's pulling his shirt. That should be a booking. Why is that not a booking then? And Ericsson was. Refs, I don't like this referee. This ref, I've always thought he wants to be on the bloody Gladiators or something. You know, less time down the gym, more time analysing football. You absolute pillock. Although no one understood, we were holding back the flood. Yeah, to be fair to Villa, they are a little bit disjointed today. Few changes for themselves. I mean, Maguire did you're never going to get a handball for that. And I'm not convinced he was even in the box anyway. I feel like playing out from the back could cause us problems, says Matthew. Mazraoui looking very steady again, isn't he? I think he's definitely been our signing of the summer so far. Random says Man United should buy a striker like Liam Delap. James says United are done until they get a full sale. Anana goes long. The fuck was that? There wasn't a player within 50 metres of it. Don't know what that was. I think he thought Rashford was going to make a run. Joshua Higginson, welcome to Members Club. Thank you very much. Josh says, driving home for Christmas, 17 million in his pocket. Driving home for Christmas, 17 million in my pocket. Gonna buy a turkey. It's not Christmas yet. We can't do that. We'll just do the green grass one. Ten Hag, we're singing songs about Ten Hag because he looks really happy. And we have a theory that he's picked this team to get the sack. Abdul, welcome to the Members Club. Having flashbacks, new manager, same old United. It says ETH. We always win on my birthday, says Samir. Depends what team who you support there. You might be a Villa fan. Tallyho says, do you wash the starch off your rice? I don't eat rice. It's a bit of a shit game, actually. I've got to be honest. Villa are playing shit, and obviously we're Manchester United. But Villa's... look, I mean, Villa played Wednesday night. What's their excuse? I think that they've just not got going at all. What's scarier, Mark? A Beckham corner or a Rory Delap throw-in, says Big John. And Wagner, welcome to the Members Club. I wouldn't fear either, mate, to be honest. Ten Hag is looking for that 18 million, says... I don't know who said that, actually. Sorry, you're not going to get a shout-out. It's whizzed by. Although, number one, understood we were holding back the flood, says Owen United. Johnny Evans. Going to go back to Anana. Oh my God. Got away with that. Fucking lazy. Delo again. Under no pressure. Playing it across his own goal line. Sorry, his own defensive line. Hits a Villa player. That could have been a one-on-one. Oh, lovely play. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Too far ahead of Mazraoui. That's Bruno again, though. It's a simple pass, overpay. This is what I'm talking about, Bruno. Does Odegaard overhit that pass? You're meant to be the guy that gets the way to pass right. You know, if that's Mazraoui or Rasmus, is their game to be the link-up player? The passing move's really good there, and then Bruno over-fucking plays it. Right, this is good play again. Just play it simple, Bruno. Fucking hell! It's breaking down through Bruno again. And now they're on the break. Eriksen's got to be really careful. He's on a yellow card. Take him off. Take him off. Good tackle, Johnny Evans. Eriksen has got to be so careful on a yellow card up against Morgan Rogers. I'd be looking at that now. I would look at that right now. You can't have Eriksen. He's pulling his shirt. You can't have Eriksen against Rogers on a yellow card. You can't. Johnny Evans is injured. Get your kit off, Martinez. Would you rather have Eriksen or bring back Pogba, says Ivor? And we've definitely missed Rasmus, says the Wheelbarrow. And would this be the same team if there was no 17 million, says Kyle. Why do championships clubs never stay up, says Memory Logger? Because they're not good enough. Joshua Jones, welcome to Members Club. And imagine being Sir Jim and seeing none of the £150 million you spent on the bench. It's an insult. You're right, Cyber Turkey, you're right. Sack Emery if he can't beat this United side, just Shahin. Yeah. I am a bit worried about that Eriksen against Rodgers thing because we saw what Rodgers did to Declan Rice and Partey a few weeks ago, and they're defensive midfielders. "27 minutes gone, so far so good. They've not downed the tools yet. We should be sponsored by B&Q. Personal sponsors for the players. Need some more tools to drop, lads. We've got loads. Oh, here we go. Villa down the wing. But we've got some good positional play here. Plenty of players back. Good interception, Johnny Evans. Foul. Rude already taking the wheel, says Dimitri. Can, welcome to the members club. Thank you very much for that. If this is Rude's idea, he ain't going to last 5 minutes either. I mean, come on. Let's be serious. Whoever's the manager against Brentford, if your plan is to play Eriksen, Evans and Maguire, you're going to last about 5 months. Because that's about as long as they're going to last. Evans is getting some late tackles here, isn't he? Oh, got away with it there, Villa. I just think Eriksen in the Bruno role makes so much sense. Put some legs next to Mainu and put Eriksen where Bruno is. He looks after the ball, doesn't he? Well, no, it's never going to happen. And I don't think it'll happen if Ten Hag gets the sack either. I mean, I don't think Bruno ever is going to get dropped. But I just think Eriksen in the Bruno role makes so much sense. And then put legs with Mainu. Look at Eriksen there. It's just so simple. He just Eriksen retains possession, which is exactly what you need. I thought Rashford was going to cut in and shoot then. Calm down. Half an hour gone. 0-0. And that's the real win. Half an hour. 0-0. Good take by Garnacho. That's it. Mazraoui's your pass. Oh no, he's gone to Mainu. Bruno. Can he retain possession, Bruno? He's not really done it for a while. He's done well there. Into Mainu. Come back. Come back. We ignore the simple pass a lot. That's the pass. Mazraoui. There we go. Keep the ball. Keep rotating the ball, but move it quick. First touch when you can. Keep moving around the pitch. Long diagonal. No. Well done, Garnacho. I needed to lay that off to Rasmus. Rasmus is fuming. What? See, that's something that's inherently wrong with this team. Like, Garnacho brilliantly wins the ball back. Lay it off to Rasmus. No, turn into traffic and try and take people on. How many times do we see that from our wingers? Their first thought is not to feed the striker, it's to feed themselves. Bruno Arfagate on, Eriksen as Cam, says Brandon. Bruno got sent off twice in a week. Feel like universe shows a sign he needs to be dropped. And yet here we are, says Gandos. Well, remember, Bruno would not have been playing Johnny Evans. Another bloody good interception. I got to say, if Ten Hag gets this right, it's not like anybody was backing him. You know, sometimes you go, what is the manager doing? But he retains support. I think if this works out right, then he'll have done it completely on his own. Which I don't know whether it's a good thing, having a manager that just completely goes against what anybody thinks. But Johnny Evans is having a good game. 100%. Karma Chameleon, but 17 million by Eric Ten Hag, says it's Sage CJR. 70 million. You come and go. It works, you come and go. 17 million. That's quite good. Well done. More of that. More of that in the chat. Ericsson good. Bruno a ghost. 60 minutes. Ericsson subbed, says La Familia. Thank you very much. Corner to Aston Villa here. Look, we've been defending really well. And with people with Maguire and Evans at the back, we shouldn't be conceding from corners. And Bruno heads it away, actually. So one thing I would be quite confident is on set pieces, we should be good. Go on, Rasmus. Well done. Well done. That's it, Mazraoui. Into Rasmus. Needs a return ball. That's a foul. Yeah. Thank you very much. Please do subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We are very close to 950,000 subscribers. Get involved with the United Stand. We've got player ratings at the end of the game that you can vote for. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. And we've got our fan forum, and we've got an 8 o'clock show tonight as well. So you're spoiled today. And look, I have always felt that Ten Hag will get sacked tomorrow. Up until half an hour ago, I was convinced. After half an hour of this, I'm now starting to think, and I don't want to upset the Ten Hag outers, but based on this half an hour, you wouldn't sack him, would you? Casemiro, Agate and Mainu as the number 10, says Al Discreto. I genuinely thought when we bought Ericsson that he would be the attacking midfielder, says Steph. Oh, look, Stefan, I've said this so many times. Ericsson, to me, is a number 10 when he was at Spurs. If somebody had said to me 5 years ago, what's Christian Eriksen, I would have said he's a number 10. And I think he'd be brilliant as a number 10 in this system. Offside, Mazraoui. What I like about Eriksen is, and I'm not comparing him to Odegaard, even though I am, is that he gets the ball. He's got no interest in shooting from distance. He's got no interest in taking people on. He gets the ball. He moves the ball. There they are, the dream team. The boy band. They are. Take that. I've got nothing on this 5. Wilcox, Ashworth, Barada, Brailsford and Sir Jim. Sit down, Gary Barlow. Can't wait for the album. Johnny Evans, my player of the game so far, says Landon. I've tweeted it, mate. I agree. Paul says, how long will Rude be the dude? And will ex-players pressure the club for him to be the next Ollie? Any Dublin shows coming up, says Paul. We're hoping to do Dublin in the new year for 10 years, yeah. Wagner says, let's hope the Danish players keep United up. Well done, Mazraoui, but he's found Digne, and that's a decent cross to the back post. Oh, Delo again. How many years have we had that problem? Fullbacks can't defend the back post. Got away with it a little bit. Starting selections don't show progress players make in training sessions, which could justify them getting picked in games like this, says Michael Gallagher. Michael, I am not changing my opinion. If some of you cowards want to change what you were saying half an hour ago, that's up to you. I'm not changing my opinion. This team that Ten Hag has picked, what is it? You know, you've got 2 free transfers in Ericsson and Johnny Evans, who are into their 30s. You've got Harry Maguire, who he's tried to sell twice. And, you know, he's going to book Harry Maguire. This ref's a joke. This ref is an absolute joke. That is a joke. That is never a yellow card. That is never a yellow card, I'm sorry. He's not throwing his arm at him at all. He's just basically putting his arm out to go in a 50-50. That's never a yellow. Never a yellow. I tell you, this ref needs to get out of the fucking gym and learn how to watch a game of football. Pillock. I would never in my life imagine seeing Evans start and be our man of the match, says Jace. Yeah, going back to the team, though, even if it wins or plays well, the big issue is he'd have to keep picking it. And what Ten Hag does when he gets a new signing like Casemiro, he picks McTominay until McTominay costs us a game and then Casemiro comes in. So he'll keep picking this team until it costs him a game, and then he'll be getting the sack again, won't he? Like, he needs to show a vision that people can get behind, because I can't get behind this team. There's no longevity in it. I can't think a team with Evans and Maguire and Eriksen in the midfield, despite them playing well. I can't look at that and go, that's going to get us top 4 compared to Chelsea and Arsenal and Liverpool and Aston Villa. It's just a stopgap, isn't it? He's got to show a vision, and he hasn't shown that today. Digne's free quick straight there. Red tinted glasses are back, says 58 Go. I genuinely hope Ten Hag doesn't get sacked. Also, this ref is pissing me off, says Marie. I would never in my life imagine seeing that. How do you rate Raul Jimenez assist? I haven't seen it yet, Recreational Warrior. I didn't watch any football really. Well, I did watch some of it because I did the 3 o'clocks on That's Football, but I didn't watch the goals from the Man City game. Well done, Garnacho. Putting some tackles in. Bruno with another shit ball. Here's Garnacho. Shoots. Corner. No. Not giving it. If Tielemans had a United shirt, he'd be sent off by now, says Nick Perry. Darry says, I'm sure when refs are in charge of United games, they have their hand on the yellow card constant, just waiting to pull it out, says Darry. Yeah, I agree. Villa's injuries have been public knowledge. He picks this team, says before the game it's because of opposition. It's risky given the players, but how tactical excellence if it works given the circumstances, says Dorian. Mate, for 40 minutes, you know, people can slag United off. I've said this about Palace. We played really well against Palace. People don't want to acknowledge it. We played well against Palace. We played well against Brighton as well. We've done well here. Villa do not look like scoring, and they do not look like the better side. I'm not saying we deserve to be winning, far from it, but 0-0, 1-1, well, not 1-1, but a draw, 100% the right result here so far. We've had more possession. We've played more passes. We've got better pass accuracy. We've made more tackles. I'm as confused as you lot, but you know what? The vast majority of the United fan base at the moment are probably just confused. I'll tell you what, Ten Hag outers, when they saw that team, they'd have thought it's their birthday and Christmas is tomorrow. But at the moment, we're doing okay. Do you think that he will be sacked if we draw, Mark, says Daniel? I sort of thought if we did draw, there might be an opportunity to sack him, but if you draw at Aston Villa, I mean, technically, he's lost 1 in his last... Oh, he's gone on Mainu here. He's booking Mainu. Oh, man, I give up on this ref. I give up on this ref. I tell you what, that better be a foul by Mainu because I can't see it. No. How is Mainu committing the yellow card there? This ref's a fucking joke. Tielemans stands on him. How is he booking him there? How is Mainu booked for that? Jesus Christ. I just don't get that. I do not get that. Give them nothing. Don't book either of them. But Mainu actually was in control of the ball and went to make a tackle. Tielemans stood on his fucking leg. I don't think either of them should have got booked, but definitely Tielemans was the worst because he wasn't in control of the ball. Fucking madness. Madness. We've got 2 midfielders on a yellow card here. I tell you what, I've seen the script. We're playing okay. We get a midfielder sent off and lose. End of Ten Hag. Sean, thanks for your super chat. Eric Ten Hag has paid the ref, says Amy. Rashi off, Garnacho to the left. Ahmad on, says Dimitri. I mean, Rashford had that shot early on. To be fair, I haven't even thought about Rashford. We haven't really got him in the game, have we? Another free kick to Villa. Fayon says Evans is doing way better than De Ligt. Only issue is it's a sort. Well, they're not even playing in the same position, Pat. Evans plays as a left-footed centre-back, a left-sided centre-back. Ref is from Merseyside. I think that's got anything to do with it, says Big John. I don't think Scousers would claim this dick. He's an absolute twat. Daniel said, do you think he'll get sacked if we draw? I'm going to do a poll on that one because you know what? I always thought if we draw, there's a chance he'll get sacked. But based on this, I think it would be... I'd be surprised. I mean, you can't sack a guy for drawing at Villa. And, I mean, maybe they would still. I don't know. Cross comes in. Easy catch, Anana. Welcome to Members Club, Ethan. Digne just did a Trossard and kicked the ball after the foul and no card. Hurts every time, says Robinson Crusoe. Well, I don't want to see Digne getting booked for that. The biggest farce was the fact that Trossard and Rice got booked for it. We shouldn't be booking them for that. Come on, Delo. Go on, Delo. Second ball. Come on. Go on, Rasmus. That's lovely play. Lovely play into Rashford. Flicks it in. No. Rashford, get that head up. Pick that head up, Rashford. Come on. Pick it up. He's letting it bother him. It's one bad pass. Pick your head up. Rasmus would have been offside anyway. Mainie's got to watch out for the rest of the game, says Sol. Villa will win because of the ref. We need Shaw, says Jermaine. Referee is saying this is what happens when you appeal a red card, says Christopher Biz. Check the ref's bank account, says El Discredo. If you get 2 yellows, both cards should get reviewed, says Frank C. And MT90 says there's a red card for United. Well, Mainoo was late on a tackle then. Be very bloody careful. I'd be looking at that midfield. Villa have got so many ball carriers in that midfield. Barkley, Tillemans and Rodgers. One mistimed tackle from your 2 yellow cards. You're down to 10 men. So, boring match, says Wolf Wall. Yeah, to be honest, it's not. The onus is not on United. 3 minutes added on. This ref's going to sack Ten Hag, says Benny Hill.
Na dakika 2 ndo zinaongezwa kukamilisha dakika 45 za kipindi cha kwanza. Fourth official Suarez Iratunga kutoka Burundi ndiye amenua kibao, na hili lilikuwa jaribio ambalo walikuwa kilifanya Gorogoro Heroes kwa dharau sana. Ibrahim Barasa Wanzala kauchukua mpira ule
up against Costa, who looks like he's running through treacle. I mean, he does push him, but you very rarely get them. Although he did look like a player who'd given a foul. The ref's a poo, says Kali. Agreed, doesn't change losing 4 points and player suspensions. Blanket all scenarios or don't. You can't help but think bias, says Robinson Crusoe. Here's Watkins in the